Hi, Wendy Yeager here from Get Better Coaching. Support to grow your business. Hi, Wendy Yeager here. I want to show you how and why you should get on Hootsuite and start using it to manage your social media. Now, even if you only have a couple of social media channels that you use, or maybe you're on a couple and using them and are registered on some others and not using them just because you don't bother to log in or you've kind of left it, this is for you. So I just want to show you, for instance, if you're using Facebook, so you would have your Facebook page. This is my Get Better Coaching page and my updates, so my feed. And then I would go to my page to make posts here and see my previous posts and activity that's going on there. And then you might have LinkedIn, for instance, and I'm logged in and looking at my recent activity. I might also want to look at my home page while I'm in there and see what other people are posting. So that's like your news feed. My connections are posting. And then I might also be using Twitter, which is my favorite. And in Twitter, I'd be looking at my home feed, so viewing tweets that people are sending that I'm following. Looking at my own tweets, seeing what I'm sending out. So click over here and it'll update with my tweets and what my page looks like. And then probably looking at notifications. So that's people that are mentioning me and talking to me and sending messages and retweeting my posts. So there's quite a lot of things to do, and I can understand why people find it difficult to keep on top of their social media. But if you use a tool like a multi-scheduling site, then it can be a lot easier. Now, the simple one, if you're using Twitter, is to use TweetDeck, which is Twitter's own scheduling tool where you can look at all those different things together. So you've got your home feed, so that's the tweets that people are sending. Notifications is where people are chatting to you, mentioning you. You can also have saved searches, so I've got a saved search here. Let's click something. And my messages. So you can see all the different aspects on one page, which is really nice. What I don't like about this is it only covers Twitter, and you can't turn this off. As much as I've reduced my settings for letting it refresh this side and the home screen, it does keep updating every few minutes. So I do find that annoying. So I don't really use TweetDeck anymore, so I'll get rid of that one. I'm also on Gremlin, which really you need a paid-for version to get the best out of it. But I just wanted to show you what you can do on these platforms and a bit more easy to look at. So here is my Facebook page, so Get Better Coaching. Facebook, you can see up here, Facebook Get Better Coaching. So this is my outgoing on my Facebook page. This is my Pearly Festival page because I do the social media for Pearly Festival. So that's the outgoing on that page. And then I've got my personal page here. So all on one screen. That's the idea of a multi-scheduling site. Now, a lot of them do all of these different things. So whether we're on Pinterest, Instagram, you can use a multi-scheduling site. Now, what I like about Hootsuite is, in the free version, you can have 3 social profiles included. And I tend to use Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter mainly, so it's perfect for me. You can look at some analytics, like you can look at insights on your Facebook page. There is basic message scheduling, which means you can schedule some posts to go out in advance. You've got access to basic apps, you can include RSS feeds, and there's some security there. So this is the free version of Hootsuite, and it's this little owl character here. There's lots of other things you can do with Hootsuite, but I just want to show you the basics of using Hootsuite. So I'm going to take you in and show you how it would look where it was blank. This is where you would start from. And this is where I've set up mine. So I've got my Twitter and my LinkedIn here because I tend to go on Facebook to post on Facebook and schedule messages there. So you can see I've got my home feed here and it's got the logo here. So I know that's my Twitter home feed. So these are my posts and it will only refresh when I ask it to, or every 2 minutes. I've made it quite regular. Then I've got my tweets here. So what I've sent out. Again, you can refresh the stream here. My mentions, so that's the notifications, so people talking to me, retweeting me, all that kind of thing. And I've also got in here, if I scroll across, you can see I've got my LinkedIn. So I've got my news feed from LinkedIn here and my updates, so what I've posted. And I've also got, back to Twitter again, you can see the logo here, a search for hashtags, locations, messages to locations, my inbox, and other searches. So there's lots of things you can look at all in one go. And the beauty of this is up here, you can compose a message. And send it out on whichever network you like. Multiples if you want, or just Twitter or just LinkedIn. You can add in a link, you can add in an image, and you can schedule. So you could send messages out in advance, which means you could spend Monday sending out links to your blog posts, messages for Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, all from here to the different networks. And you can choose one network, or you could send the same message to multiple networks if you wanted. So you would start here. Create yourself a new sort of page, give it a name, seems to be my name maybe. You might want to do Google Plus and Instagram, Insta, for instance. So you could give this tab a name, and you can have several of these. As you can see, I've got Wendy's Twitter and LinkedIn, the Pearly Festival Twitter. That's some client stuff I've hidden. And then you just add a stream, which is a column. So that could be part of your Twitter, so your outgoing Twitter or your Twitter feed. You can see I've already linked to my Twitter here. So I could add perhaps my home feed from Twitter, and it will literally just pull it through once you've linked it up. I could put in my outgoing tweets. So that's what I've sent out on Twitter. And then most importantly, probably my mentions, so where people are talking to me so I can talk back. And you can use it just like Twitter. You've got a retweet button here, so you can retweet. You've got reply to them, and you've even got direct message here. So if they're following you, you can direct message them and send them a private message on Twitter. Then you could add another stream. You could add a network. So you could go in here and add in something else, Instagram, Google Plus, Facebook, a page or whatever. Now I'm at my limit, so I can't add any more, but you literally just connect it up with the details here and authorize the app, and it will do the same, allow you to pull through columns showing different parts of that social network. So I do implore you to go and have a play with Hootsuite. It really could change the way that you use your social media and mean that you can post more regularly on other networks, even if you're just directing people back to where you normally are. So if you're on LinkedIn but not using it very much, you would say, post a message every now and then saying, hi, I am on LinkedIn, but mostly you'll find me on Facebook, or for me, Twitter. Hey, I'm on LinkedIn, but mostly using Twitter. Find me at twitter.com. And if you wanted to be looking at your analytics, you might want to shorten this link using their shortener. I don't think it really matters at the moment. I'll send it now, or I could schedule it to go out tomorrow from my LinkedIn schedule. And that's done. So over here, you can see the different things. You've got your streams here, which is where you would have all those different columns. You've got analytics and other things and apps and settings. But the main one I use after that is the publisher, which shows your scheduled messages. And you can look at draft messages you've written, scheduled messages. It will take you straight to that one. Look at past scheduled, so you can copy ones that you liked and send them again, slightly change them. because Twitter doesn't like you posting the same thing over and over, and it's a bit spammy. So you can see I've got some scheduled tweets for today, because it's the tweet up tonight in Red Hill, in Reigate. So I've got some scheduled messages promoting that and saying I'm going to be there. And then I've got the odd things scheduled. Oh, these are old blog posts. So I've scheduled the odd one too. You can see LinkedIn here and Twitter, and that one too. So it's probably going to LinkedIn and Twitter from here. So you can schedule messages in advance, and you can do it from here. Again, click in your compose message, type in your message, and then schedule it, and it'll pop up in this section. So it means you can do some thinking about what you're going to post and when in advance. So you could spend a Monday or a Tuesday doing the post for that week to one or more of your networks. And back to streams. It's just really lovely that you can have all the different streams and searches in here. So you can have hashtags or other searches or keyword terms, things for your industry or within your network, or even Twitter chats and things like that set up so that you can manage it all in here on one page rather than logging into all the different networks and posting there. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and that you think it's worth joining up to Hootsuite. As I say, free for 3 profiles. It might really change the way that you use your social media and promote your business. Thank you for your time.